Welcome to Season 2 of SEO Deep Dive by Map Rank Hack. This season, we decode what's holding your rankings back, reveal hidden growth levers, and explore where Google Maps is heading next. Let's dive deeper.
Welcome back to our Deep Dive series. This season, we're zeroing in on those advanced local SEO strategies, the ones that really genuinely move the needle for your Google Maps rank.
And today we're tackling something that's absolutely pivotal for 2025. It's Voice Search 2.0. And look, this isn't just some minor tweak. It's a huge shift.
A really fundamental change in how people are finding local businesses, right? It demands a totally fresh look at SEO.
Exactly. It's gone way beyond just simple commands. Now, conversational queries, they're becoming, well, a dominant way people find local stuff, services, products, you name it.
And it's hitting your Google Maps visibility right now. So, okay, our mission today
is basically to break down these changes, figure out what strategies actually work now in this new environment.
And maybe, just as importantly, what old SEO habits you need to ditch because they're just not cutting it anymore.
Right. So let's get into it.
Okay, part one then. What's changed in voice search since 2024? The big headline here, I think, is Google really leaning into conversational context.
It's not simply matching keywords anymore. When someone uses voice, it's very, very likely they're looking for a local business or service. Right then.
And why is this happening now?
Well, a couple of big things. AI is getting incredibly sophisticated. Google can understand natural human language like way better than before.
Okay.
Combine that with just how people are using voice assistants more and more. It's just becoming habit.
Right. And those Google Core updates we saw. December 2024, then March 2025.
Yeah.
They kept hammering home quality content, user experience.
Absolutely. Helpfulness. All that feeds directly into making voice search better and more useful. Google's algorithm now, it's grasping the entire meaning of a sentence.
Not just the individual words. That's a huge difference. Think about how you talk versus how you type.
Exactly. Voice queries are they're more natural. They sound like conversations. And they're often significantly longer.
People pack in more details, more context when they speak, don't they?
They do. And think about Google's AI overviews, used to be called SGE. These things give direct, quick answers.
And for voice searches, that AI overview answer is often read aloud. It is the result.
Right. Which means ranking high in the regular organic results is even more critical now because that's where the AI often gets its info. You've got to satisfy user intent, have a good page experience.
It all ties together. And this isn't just web search. It's hitting local map discovery hard.
Oh, definitely. A huge chunk of voice users look for local businesses every week. Many do it daily. And you hear near me all the time in those queries.
So if your local SEO isn't tuned for voice, you could be invisible to a big slice of your market.
Which brings us to the next point, voice versus text, why the difference matters so much in practice.
Yeah, it's more than just length. Typing pizza NYC is one thing.
Short, keyword-driven.
But saying, hey, Google, where's a really good pizza place near me that's open late and delivers? That's completely different.
It's a full request. It shows specific intent. Voice searches, like you said, are longer. They use more long-tail phrases, more specific details.
And they often signal urgency, right? Open now, this evening, or location near me in downtown. Even quality best rated.
Exactly. Those contextual clues are gold. They tell you so much about what the user needs right now, things you often don't get in a short text search.
Plus, all the question words. Who, what, where, when, why, how. People ask questions with voice.
And they're asking more complex questions now, too. Multi-part local queries. They need detailed, helpful answers.
So optimizing for voice, it's really about optimizing for how people actually talk when they need something.
And understanding that specific, often immediate intent behind their words. AI and NLP, natural language processing, they're just getting better and better at figuring out that natural speech.
Okay, super important stuff. Let's get practical then. What businesses need to do now? What are the action items for Voice Search 2.0?
First off, I'd say create FAQ-style content. Use actual questions as your headers. Build out pages that directly answer common customer questions.
And use natural language when you answer, right? Like you're actually talking to them?
Precisely. Which leads to the second point. Optimize for natural language and full phrases. Do your homework. Find out the actual questions your customer speaks.
Not just the keywords they type.
Right. And your website content needs to answer those spoken questions directly, conversationally, ditch the jargon, the overly formal stuff.
Makes sense.
Third, location, timing, proximity keywords. For local, this is non-negotiable. Near me, variations of that, sure, but also hyperlocal terms. Target specific neighborhoods if that's relevant to you.
And use your tools, right? Like Google Search Console.
Absolutely. Dig into that data. See what voice-related queries are bringing people to you or could be bringing people to you. It tells you how users are behaving.
Okay, critically important.
Yeah.
Google Business Profile. You have to claim it, you have to fully build it out.
No question. Accurate info, complete details make it engaging, and pay attention to that Q&A section. It's prime real estate for answering voice queries directly.
And NA consistency, name, address, phone number across all directories still matters.
Still vital. It builds trust, authority. Google likes that.
What else? Website stuff.
Yes. Your site must be mobile friendly, and it must load quickly. These are major ranking factors, especially for voice users often on mobile.
And schema markup, you mentioned that.
Yeah, conversational schema. Like FAQ schema, how-to schema. It basically spoon feeds Google the questions and answers on your page, helps the AI understand context for voice results, for AI overviews.
So basically you label, here's a question, here's the answer.
Pretty much, yeah. Makes
Yeah.
it easy for Google to pull that info. And finally, don't forget online reviews. Encourage them, manage them. They build trust, impact rankings.
And if visuals matter for your business.
Then optimize your images and videos, especially people might use voice devices with screens. Think voice plus visual results.
Got it. Loads to do. Now, let's flip it. What about the mistakes? What should businesses absolutely avoid?
Biggest one? Stuffing keywords instead of answering questions. Voice search is conversational. Give real answers in natural language. Don't just jam in keywords.
And relying too heavily on those really short keywords.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. People just don't talk like that usually. Also, avoid robotic or unnatural phrasing. Write like a human speaks.
Don't try to sound like a search engine thinks you should sound.
Exactly. Another mistake is assuming old school SEO just works for voice. There's overlap, sure, but voice needs its own focus strategy integrated into your overall SEO.
Yeah, the technical side.
Ignoring mobile friendliness and site speed, huge error. Bad mobile experience equals bad voice search performance, most likely.
Other pitfalls.
Underusing or messing up schema markup, or just completely overlooking question-based content. If you're not answering questions, you're missing the voice boat.
Okay, so pulling this all together, what voice search means for local SEO is pretty transformative.
It really is. Voice is becoming the go-to for mobile discovery. People in cars, using navigation, looking for stuff nearby. Mobile assistants are often that first touch point.
And smart speakers at home, too.
Yep, seeing more local business lookups, even some voice shopping starting to happen there. The stats are compelling.
Like that over 58% of U.S. consumers used voice to find local businesses last year. That's huge.
It is, and some experts think voice could be, maybe the majority of all internet queries by the end of 2025. It's a massive behavioral shift.
And for businesses, showing up in that position 0, the AI overviews, the featured snippets.
That's key, because those are often the answers read aloud. And businesses with good conversational question-answering content, they get featured more often.
It also seems like voice puts more weight on trust and context, not just raw keywords.
Definitely. Those positive reviews, that overall reputation, it matters. And interestingly, phone calls that come from a voice search, they tend to convert really well.
Higher conversion rate, maybe faster conversion, better customer retention.
That's what the data suggests. So yeah, voice search 2.0, it's a big evolution. Driven by AI, driven by understanding users better, it demands a smart, natural language approach, thinking about AI results, and a great user experience everywhere.
Which leads to a very practical question for many listening. DIY or done right? I mean, keeping up with tech like voice search, it can feel overwhelming for a local business owner.
Oh, absolutely. It's a valid point. And yes, there are resources, big platforms like Moz, SEMrush, they have great info, great tools.
But they can be pricey, especially for smaller businesses, right?
They can be. And sometimes the advice is, very technical, hard to translate into action if you're busy running your actual business.
And I guess that's kind of where, content like this deep dive comes in, trying to bridge that gap.
Exactly. It's about taking these advanced strategies and making them understandable, actionable, translating them into real-world tactics you can actually use to rank smarter, without needing a giant budget or a PhD in SEO.
Focusing on the core principles and how to apply them effectively.
That's the goal. Get tangible results.
Well, thanks for breaking all that down. It's certainly a lot to think about for local SEO in 2025. And thanks to you for taking this deep dive with us.
Always a pleasure. For more strategies like this, definitely keep following the show.
Yep, and join us next time. Episode 7, we're going deep on something often overlooked, your Google Business Profile Q&A section.
Yeah, we'll show you how to turn that into a potent kind of secret weapon for your SEO. It's more powerful than most people realize.
Looking forward to it. Until then, stay sharp, stay local, and stay ahead.
You've been listening to SEO Deep Dive by MapRank Hack, where local visibility isn't luck, it's strategy. Join us next time as we keep decoding the system and putting your business on the map.